It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a flying canine, it's a WolfHawk. It's a swooping, snarling, no use hollering WolfHawk. In the burning sun, even outlaws run when they hear that screeching howl. WolfHawk.
Yeah, you did well.
Hey guys, welcome to WolfHawk Comedy Podcast. I'm Elliot Broder.
I'm Lizzie Wolfson,
And I'm Mac Hawkburns.
and we are excited for the episode today. We're in beautiful Denver right now. It's gorgeous out. And I think, again, 99% of our podcast will say it's gorgeous, and then 1%
Probably.
will have
It
bad
snowed.
weather. Yeah,
But yeah, it's been lovely. We did get a little snow. I think we got the last of it.
the last of it. We're ready to rock and roll for the springtime flowers.
let's hope.
Which is what and you know who loves flowers? Our guest today. Our guest loves flowers so much. She is a very, very funny Denver comedian. We're excited to hear all the stories of the outdoors, of comedy, of life in general. She's got a lot of knowledge, and that's what I'm excited for.
Absolutely.
You guys, welcome to the podcast, Miriam Moreno.
Welcome.
Is that when you wanted me to do it?
That was good.
That's great.
That was perfect.
Action.
Hell yeah. And if you're not on the video, and you're not watching this on YouTube or Spotify, then you're making a mistake because we've got bits. This is
Physical
a comedy
bits.
podcast. We have bits. And, there she is. Welcome, Miriam, to the podcast. Thank you so much for coming on to WolfHawk Comedy
That bit
Podcast.
was almost worth it.
You're not going to believe this, but there was just a horse in here.
There was a horse, yeah. And I didn't try to fuck it.
In the studio.
Is that the rumor?
Lizzie was going to try to lasso it, but it's
Yeah,
gone.
I was going to rope it, hog tie it.
Lizzie is a horse girl, but she doesn't read horse girly. You know
Oh,
what
I don't
mean?
read it?
Doesn't read horse.
I don't think so. You read more rancher.
Oh, yeah, farmer.
Like you work with horses, not
Yeah.
you want to fuck them. Yeah.
Right. Is that what horse girl means?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
What a horse girl.
I have no idea either. And I think that I do read I read farmer. I read like I sit on a tractor all day. And that's what I
And
look like
no
when I wear.
offense.
No. Yeah. I mean, think about all those fat men that would be really upset if I said that there was
People
a
of
fence.
size.
People of size sitting on tractors all day. But that's also why I can't wear like overalls and stuff like that, because I look like I look like I should be cleaning a school or something when I wear overalls. Mm-hmm. Like a janitor. I got that janitor look.
I think that everyone looks like that when they wear overalls.
I think that overalls are in style.
There's very few people that you're like, oh, you must be headed out to a fancy dinner in those overalls.
They're very in style. All right, let's ask our professional over here.
What? I'm a
Would you say
professional in
overalls are in style? Very chic.
I think they kind of never go out.
They never have gone out.
Yeah.
Every
but the
generation.
flair is different.
Yeah, how tight they are.
Yeah.
Bigger flare now.
Yeah, bigger flare, wider,
boot cut.
wider leg, boot cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
A little baggier too.
yeah.
That's what Gen Z is doing. They're doing baggy, and I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
I love hiding my body.
I do too. Why? Who did skinny jeans? Let's not let that come back. What do we need those for?
Just muffin tops.
Muffin. Well, yeah, exactly. Which is why I don't want to wear them. Which
People
I want to
of-
hide
People experiencing muffin tops.
people experiencing muffin tops. Well, Miriam, you've been doing comedy for a little while here
Yeah.
in Colorado. Did you start here in Colorado?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Next question.
I hope you wrote down 500 questions because she's going to do one word answers
No,
for
I'm
all
not.
that.
No,
Wait.
so yeah, and we
me
started
heaters.
around the same time-ish, right? What?
Yeah. Where did you start?
I mean, I guess I started before I moved to Fort Collins, a little bit in Alabama.
You're from Fort Collins?
Well, I lived in Fort Collins for like a couple years when I moved.
I met you in
from-
Humboldt.
And
That's
where?
the first time I
Oh, when I was in California.
yeah.
Yeah,
At
so-
Savage Henry.
yeah,
That was like
at
the first time I saw you. He was dressed in all
fest.
white. He looked like Jesus.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
wild when he does that, right?
Yeah.
Did he have real hair or fake hair? Because sometimes
That
he
was
has
in my
fake hair.
real hair.
real hair era.
Yeah.
So he'll
had the
do
long
real
hair.
long hair, or one thing that he did one time was he cut his hair and then he glued it into
Yeah, I
a
made
cowboy
wig.
hat.
I made it into a.
And so then when he would put the cowboy hat on, it looked like he was wearing a wig.
I still have that, but it sheds really bad.
Mm.
Turns out making wigs is pretty hard.
That's why.
So then he bought
they
a
cost lot
regular
of money.
wig
Yeah, it turns out it's pretty
Yeah.
difficult.
So then
Yeah.
you bought a wig.
to put under the cowboy hat.
Well, yeah, for when
Why?
I am.
Why do any
Hawkburns.
of that though?
Because it's the
'Cause
character.
yeah,
it's
'cause
part
you
of the
have to
bit.
differentiate.
Okay.
And also like the goal really is sort of like the Andy Kaufman-esque, so that people are like aren't sure
Who is
if
who?
Hawkburns is actually like a real thing, you know?
Yeah.
So we were sort of talking about how the younger, which I'm going to ruin it now talking about it, but you know, like some of the people in comedy that haven't known me as long don't like know about the character.
Yes, they only know Elliot, but they don't know Mike.
So I like have been trying to bring
Never knew Elliot.
Hawkburns back without really telling anybody.
Yeah.
And so there's I think a little bit of a lore.
He's
for
done it
some
too, where he's
people.
been on a show and he'll do a set as Elliot, and then he'll come back and do another set later as Mike.
as
But like,
Hawkburns.
what is the difference? Maybe I'll Google it.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah,
Google
well, I
it.
mean, really, I do a Southern accent. I mean, that's really pretty much it.
Don't
That's
you
the big
have
one.
a Southern accent?
A little
No,
bit.
Not like
Not
this
as
is-
not as drawy.
All right, we'll show you the difference now.
Yeah.
I'll get Mike to come out.
Do a
and
little
be
Yeah.
on
bit,
the
like
mic
a
for
little
minute.
bit.
Can you get the? Can
Here,
you get? Yeah. Do ready?
Do a little bit as Elliot.
All right. Oh wait, I'm Elliot now. I've been Elliot this whole
Elliot.
time though. Okay, sorry.
Now it gets confusing.
Hi guys.
I'm Elliot.
I'm Elliot. It's great to be here.
What do you enjoy, Elliot?
Not great material. So, okay, now do Mike Hawkburns.
All right.
Mike.
Howdy y'all. It's the Hawkman, Mike Hawkburns.
That guy's funny.
That guy's funny.
Yeah.
That guy's good, huh?
I'm really
Oh.
passionate about agriculture.
Yeah.
So Elliot doesn't know about agriculture?
Just less passion.
I'm fucking confused.
Less-
right
less
less
passion.
passion. It's-
Yeah.
It's more
Mike has
just
an
like
ex-
a hobby.
Mike has an ex-wife too.
Yeah, I have an ex-wife.
Oh, you have a whole backstory?
A whole backstory.
What
Yep.
was your ex-wife's name?
Her name was My Soul. My Soul. And then when we were wed, she didn't want to take my last name, so she just took the last part of my last name, so her name became My Soul Burns.
My asshole burns.
Yeah, you get to be Mike Hawkburns and My Soul
English
Burns.
is my
This
second language.
Yeah,
so-
I forgot.
Also, it's a
Takes
very
me a
thick
minute.
Southern accent. Usually I have to spell it out several times when I do this bit.
Yeah.
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 Do this.
So
My Soul
Can we talk
Burns.
like that? Or is that
I mean, yeah, you can.
No, you're allowed to be racist towards Southern people.
I'm not racist. It's cultural appreciation.
You're
Let's talk about
appreciating
plants.
it.
Let's
Yeah.
We're like
about-
Italians in that it's okay to make fun of us
Yeah.
Yeah.
on account of our dark history.
Well, nobody is saying no to that. We can do that.
Can you do that? Can
What?
you?
Like
A
put
different
on a
accent?
fake
Yeah.
Southern accent.
What kind of accent would I do?
The
I'm not
Southern
from
one.
the South. I'm
Southern.
not from the South.
Dude,
I'm not either.
Can you do a Southern accent?
Yeah, I just did it.
Oh, okay.
You do it.
let's all just do Southern accent
Let's
just
just
for like
all talk
for like a
like
couple of minutes.
We're,
We'll just
we're
do-
from a little town.
From
So
a little town.
there's
There you
cities,
go.
Hey, there's cities in the South too,
Yeah.
right? Atlanta is down there, and Nashville.
Sure.
He's just showing off.
I don't know. I'm from New York, so we have a city there also.
We have a,
Some people would say the city is actually what they call it.
Okay, so now do a southern accent.
I'm from
don't-
New York. Liz is not gonna do it. She's like,
I don't
can't
know.
do it. I can't do it.
Why?
I don't think I have it.
I always want to do a show, and I think
Say my name is Lizzie, but they call me the lizard in southern.
They call me the lizard in Southern.
they call me the lizard.
They call
Yeah.
me lizard.
I feel like that could be.
Where would
the-
I be from if I was from the South? I feel like there's different Southern accents too. Which
I could see Louisiana. I could see a small town in Louisiana.
I would.
wow.
I was going to give you more like Virginia.
I don't know anything about
Virginia,
the South.
Yeah, it's if they're below
trying to learn
DC,
my
basically
states.
well, there's a lot of ways to define the South, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
Virginia is most definitely the South.
And are you stuck as Mike Hawkburns?
Yeah, you done got me started. You
Oh,
have to
that's
you
it.
have to click the thing for me to go
Okay,
back.
okay. And now we're back to real life.
Back to real life, Elliot.
That
He's
was
back.
crazy. I was
What
couldn't
an
stop thinking about NASCAR and stuff. That was wild.
He just wanted to drink a
He's
beer.
about
That's all
to
he
take
wanted
away
to
our
do.
vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a minute there, I was like really starting to hate that I was having to talk to two women. That was
Yeah.
weird.
He's like, "Are we gonna talk about periods? Because I don't want to talk about periods."
The red snakes, the red salamanders. I know about that stuff.
Oh, gross.
That's Southern for uterine lining.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they call them the red salamanders.
You learn something new every
They
day.
have different medical terminology on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, well, because you know, like they
It's
don't,
what the doctors say
they,
out
don't-
there.
they don't let you talk about that stuff. So there's real colorful, imagery.
But you learn that in school?
in doctor school.
Doctors.
That's where you learn it in doctor school there.
No, fish don't have periods, so I didn't learn about any of that.
that is new to me.
That part's
My-
the new part.
Yeah.
My schooling
know
was
that.
just
Yeah.
strictly fish
Yeah.
based. Well, wait. Before we get away from this, there was one thing I wanted to say. Yes, I've always thought it would be hilarious to have a comedy show where we made all the comics do a fake Southern accent, and then like the audience guessed like who
Has the real accent
Yeah,
and
like,
who
who was
doesn't.
That
actually
is
from
so
the South.
fucking funny. I would do that. I would do
We
that.
should do
show.
that.
we should. Yeah,
We
maybe.
can figure that out.
I'd write
Find
little
a venue.
jokes, little bits about.
I'd write little
I grew
Southern
up in.
bits.
I grew up in the Florida Panhandle.
That's pretty good.
Mama always said. Now I'm just doing Forrest Gump.
I think you'd just be Gump. We
Yeah,
just,
I'd
yeah,
just be-
yeah.
I'd be
Miriam
Gumpy.
Moreno,
Yeah.
Gump.
Just
Coming
doing
to the
quotes
States.
Miriam Gump.
from different parts of the movie.
Yeah. I definitely do like a different last name, different first name.
Yeah.
Miriam is like big city.
Do the whole thing.
Yeah.
do the whole background.
Would you go like something similar, or would you just go completely
Similar to
brand new?
Miriam,
Yeah,
Probably
like, would you like
Muriel?
base it off
Oh,
of your
something.
That's a Southern
or
one.
like
or like
I don't know, Mimi?
Mimi?
that is actually my
That could-
nickname.
But that could be, you could Southernize that as a
Yeah.
nickname pretty easy, you know?
But that sounds like Meemaw. I don't know.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Go with that character. Do you have a husband in this situation?
I don't know.
A different one.
I think
the
I'm
one that you
done
have
with
now.
it. I think I'm done with this character already.
You're already tired of it? We haven't even booked the show.
I hate the backstory already.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's, you don't have to have a character for the show. You just have to do your normal jokes
Yeah.
in a fake
The
Southern
jokes will
accent.
be
Somebody comes out as Maya Solburns. That would be fun. His wife.
Maya Solburns. Oh yeah,
Back
that's
from
right.
the dead.
Back. Oh right, she dies in
You
that
killed her?
situation. She in the joke. Yeah. Yeah. Not in
From a-
real
It was
life.
like an unfortunate,
but she's not
you know.
a real person. So in real
Yeah.
life, she didn't die. But in the
But
joke,
yeah,
she
it was
dies.
like
Yeah.
a
But she's not a real
unfortunate,
person.
like antifreeze poisoning
And,
situation.
yeah, and I'll just
It happens
Google
all
that.
happens all the time.
Later,
Watch a video.
it's on
happens all the
Wikipedia. We did put it up on Wikipedia. We
Watch
need
a
to
Mike
make sure.
Cockburn. You should make a Mike Cockburns page.
Wikipedia?
I should.
We could go hard.
I used to be
into
really
it.
active on Wikipedia. I used to get
Like
on there. and-
editing.
Yeah, clarifying,
Ooh.
making
That
Googling.
sounds like
making new pages
right wing stuff.
Ooh-wee.
for stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to
It
clarify.
was
the
about
election.
states' rights. No, it's way less cool than that. I would actually look for fish species that weren't in there. I'd be like, how did they not have a page for the
And then just
gizzard
be angry
shack?
for
What
the
are
rest of
these
the day.
So
Yeah.
I'd get in there.
Yeah.
Hey, this linked me to the wrong fish.
And then they'd say,
And
"Will
they'd-
you make the page or what?"
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I ever had the credits, so it'd have to like go through like an approval or whatever. But like,
Have you
Yeah.
ever made a Wikipedia page, Miriam?
No.
Oh, have you ever thought about it?
I've run into some dead ends where I'm like, this is annoying. But
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah, yeah.
never.
you're
When
not
they're
gonna,
not
like, get that
expensive?
answer and then
It
share.
seems
You're
like
just
a whole thing.
When they're like
It
one
is a pain.
paragraph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's not like user friendly.
Or
It's
when
like
there's no photo. Oh my god.
Ooh, no photo.
Yeah.
You have to make sure there's photos.
trying to get the photo in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like the other thing they'll do too is if you don't like put a source, they like won't accept any of it. So it's like, well, I got to remember how to do like fucking
Cite your sources.
like citations. I don't have
Yeah.
time for this.
Yeah.
There's probably AI that does that for you now.
I'm
right?
fucking
My citations would be like TikTok.
I'm just stoned right now on a fish Wikipedia
angry.
rabbit hole. I don't have time. I don't have time to cite my sources
Yeah.
here.
You can't do that.
Just trust that I went to fish school or whatever.
Who's
you
got
know?
time for
Did
that?
you go to fish school?
You know?
Is that
I
what?
did, yeah.
Yeah, he went to fish school.
What was it called?
Auburn
Fish
University.
School.
The School of
What's the
Fisheries and
degree?
Allied Aquaculture.
Is that real?
So I guess
School
my
of
actual major
Goldfish.
was aquatic resource management and aquaculture. So aquaculture is like fish farming. So
It sounds like you're saying agriculture wrong.
Yeah. It sounds like he
Like a
just
list.
he
With
didn't
a-
actually go to school.
With a baby accent. Aquaculture.
no, it's just it's like just water farming. You know, it's not that's
Farm in the water.
Just, yeah.
Do
Any kinda-
you keep fish like as pets, or is
I,
it
I have some
unethical for you?
goldfish right now.
Oh.
Nothing too exciting. There were times where I did have like, you know, pretty wild aquariums with like crazy fish and stuff like that. For a little while, I had Australian lungfish that was a friend of mine's
Ew.
fish that I held on to.
Gross.
Which,
Why were they called a lungfish?
They call them a lungfish because they can breathe air.
Ew.
Yeah.
Gross.
How is that gross?
Yeah. So they.
Why are fish breathing air? We don't need. What the?
That's how
Yeah, dude.
evolution.
Lungfish are wild.
happened,
Yeah, they're
right?
like a missing link kind of
Yeah.
a fish. So they like
No.
will crawl around, and in Australia they like live in the desert, and when like the lakes dry out, they
I've
just
seen
like
that.
they
I've
like
seen
bury
the
or they like
TikTok
lay in
video.
the mud, and they like just breathe. They can live for like months.
Yeah, until the water
And they live like
comes.
hundreds of years. So I'm glad I didn't get stuck with this fish because otherwise I'd probably still have it because they live a long time.
What do you feed it? Or if you
It just
don't
ate
feed
whatever. It just ate like regular fish food.
Air.
Like if you didn't feed it for a while, would it stay alive?
I mean, they have to eat.
Oh, so when they're in the
But-
desert breathing, what do they eat?
But yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
Mud.
No, there's holes in your story.
They,
I don't believe this.
well, I'm sure that they do. They probably do like a
you don't believe
hibernation.
in evolution.
No?
They probably do like
Wait.
a hibernation kind of situation, you know? So they probably like, kind of fill up and then they power down.
Yeah.
That's also what the crocodiles do out there too. When they when there's a drought, and they're stuck in the mud, and they put their little noses up
Oh,
so
I've
that they
seen
can
that.
breathe, and then they don't eat the whole
they go
time.
into a little-
And then the water comes back, and they shimmy out. And for both of those things, I think both things should not exist.
Well, with the lungfish, last thing I'll say about this, really cool fish, not a great aquarium fish. It was very lazy. It never moved. It hid.
It could have been dead.
It
What if
hid
it was
pretty
dead?
much the whole
And
time.
he's just dumping food in the fucking tank.
He's like, I think it's hungry. It's like, I need air.
No, it did nothing. It was a very, maybe they're nocturnal, but it was a
Well,
pretty
I really
boring.
don't get fish for
aquarium.
like the excitement. Like I just get it because it's like something
Do you
to
have
care
fish?
about. I guess I have one fish. He's a beta.
Not an alpha, huh?
He's an he's an alpha. He flares,
He's an alpha beta.
He flares his gills at us when we come in the house.
Really? Oh, because he's excited?
Maybe angry. I've googled it.
Does he get hard? Does his penis come out too?
No, they don't have penises.
Oh, okay.
Don't.
No, only like a very small portion of fish. Well, I guess really no fish have penises.
Oh.
But there's
You're
like,
blowing my mind.
yeah, like it's like maybe
Well,
10%.
then how do they mate?
They do it externally.
So do I.
I know, but like,
I guess the real question is how long of an answer? How long of an answer do you want?
No,
like,
it's
what
the
touches-
eggs. No, wait.
So basically, like
they have the eggs, and then and then something goes on them, right?
oh, like chickens.
Come.
Yeah, like
Come on
imagine like they're belly to belly. The ladies spitting out eggs, and the dudes just trying to come on them
just
right
like
as they come out.
external
Yeah.
ovulation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so
That's
it's
what
not,
happens to humans, but just inside. Yeah.
Yeah, same idea.
Say that.
But
There we
instead
go.
of being in like placental fluid, it's just the ocean water or whatever. You know,
The biggest placenta.
The sperm
Yeah.
swims through the world.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Did you read that on Wikipedia? Oh, okay, good.
I'm editing it right now.
Live edits. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
The
find a
Pacific
page and
Ocean,
edit.
also known as.
Yeah. Well, on that note, how do you like comedy here, Miriam? I don't know. Do we really go into plants right after fish? I think we wanted to talk
Why?
about comedy a little bit.
Well, we can because I watch a lot of videos about like keeping your beta or alive or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them say to put live plants in it. But I just feel like it'd get messy, so I don't. And we
Wait,
put,
what? You
like,
don't have live
fake
plants in there? Put
Yeah.
live plants in there.
Well, I
No.
mean, to be
What?
fair,
They
like I
get
mean,
messy.
live plants they're tougher to care for and stuff. I mean, I get that, you know.
Yeah.
I think as long as it's a big enough tank, he's probably happy.
We
It's just it's
bought
it's a mason
it's
jar.
not-
Do you have it
it's
in a
not a
fucking
shake.
mason jar?
no,
okay.
it's not. It's in a
Okay.
3 mason jar area.
There's 3 mason jars.
No, it's like a 5-gallon.
Yeah, that's,
Oh,
that's a
okay.
good size, I think.
But
for a
we
beta.
put
That's
fake
enough.
plants, and at one point, Jacob, my husband, was trying to do
Who?
set dressings. Jacob Rupp, Jacob
okay.
Michael Rupp. I took his middle name when we got married. So my
Oh,
name's
that's it.
Miriam Michael Rupp.
Miriam-
Michael Moreno.
Miriam Maya Solburns.
Yeah, my asshole.
Okay.
But anyway,
This
Jacob
joke
was
just
like-
keeps getting better.
Jacob was trying to do set dressings
Yeah.
for the fish's. What's the fish's fucking name?
You don't know your fish's
No.
name? You have one fish. You have
Bones.
one pet. You have one pet. You don't know its name?
Bones, and we call him
Bones.
Boner sometimes.
But he can't get a.
No,
He can't get
It's
a
all
boner.
that's news to me.
It's
Okay,
ironic.
you
I
thought
thought
he was just having little boners.
raging hard the whole time.
Yep.
No, we named him after Nuggets player Busy Bones,
Hell yeah.
but then he got traded. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Jacob was like, "I'm gonna do set dressings," and then he bought a playset of Don Toretto's house from Fast and the Furious.
Oh, I love that.
And then we tried to put the house in the tank, but it would float, and so we couldn't. We tried to weigh it down, and it didn't work. So we
didn't
just
work.
threw the cars in there.
But he's got cars.
He's got cars.
That's pretty
yeah.
cool.
He's
Yeah.
got Toretto, and then the dead guy's car. What's the guy?
Oh,
Paul
yeah.
Walker.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's great. I also don't think. I think you could start incorporating plants and then see, because I don't think they get like as messy as you would think they would.
I'm just not gonna do that. So
Like, you know what? He's got cars.
He's
I
got
mean, what more
cars.
does he need?
I can't. He's cruising.
My goldfish. I've got goldfish, but they're pretty big, and goldfish are like notorious for like destroying if you put live plants.
Is that why in the sushi restaurant I go to, there's nothing in the tank?
They never put anything in
No,
those
it's-
tanks. Yeah,
That seems sad.
it totally is. But also, those fish are, if they're in the sushi restaurant, like
They're not
They're
living good
not
lives.
eating the goldfish. Is that what we're saying?
Well,
Can
so-
you eat a goldfish?
You can't eat.
no.
Well, I mean, you
I guess
could.
it depends. That's what I thought you were talking about. Well, a lot of times, so some goldfish, like the fancy ones, they're kind of inbred. So if you put gravel in there, sometimes they will eat it and choke on it and die.
Because they're stupid.
Yeah, because they're
They're
been
dum-dums.
to get them to look super wonky. They've just bred them with themselves
That's horrible.
for like a long time. But it happened a long time ago. If that makes you feel any better.
Like who did it?
Like the
What was his name?
Like,
Can we get that on Wikipedia?
When did it?
it happened during
For our
like
producers,
like,
feel
like
like
a
it's on
Chinese
Wikipedia.
dynasty, like millions of years.
Oh, okay,
not millions, but like
millions.
the goldfish was like
Thousands.
Rocks have been along.
Hundreds.
the
around.
goldfish was like domesticated like 1,000 years ago in China.
Oh, okay.
During, like,
so
So there's probably like a
they're
dynasty
probably
maybe
all
that's
stupid
responsible.
because it's been so long.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're all
Yeah.
stupid. I think that's the big thing of it. Some people like to put
Not a smart fish.
goldfish or koi fish in their and I don't actually really know the full difference.
Yeah, well, koi get a little
Koi
bit
are
bigger. Koi
big.
are carp, and koi have little what we call barbels. They have little mustaches.
Yeah, Lizzie.
Yeah, I knew about the
Barbels.
mustache. I knew about the mustaches. That's the part I knew about.
So
okay.
koi are like more similar to common carp, whereas goldfish don't really get as big. And
Well, you can throw
but they're
some
pretty
fishies
similar.
in like a horse tank, like
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
probably
the horse water
goldfish.
tanks,
What?
and then
A
yeah,
horse tank. Like the horse drink it or swim in it?
drink it.
Drink it.
So when you have the water tanks out there for the horses, you'll get algae because of the sun and stuff like that, and so you can
And
put some
mosquitoes.
fish and mosquitoes and things like that. So if you put the fish in there, the horses won't eat the fish.
They'll be
Hopefully.
friends.
Hopefully they won't eat the fish, but I guess if they eat the fish, you'll probably be fine. But they don't eat the fish; they're not looking
Yeah.
for it. So what they'll do is they'll keep the container clean for you,
Clean it up
and
a
I
little
think
bit.
that's
And eat the bugs.
and eat the bugs and be
That's
happy
really
because of the
cool.
algae. And so then then they live, but they don't have cars in there. Normally they don't put cars,
Yeah,
so I guess it's not as good as your beta
Are you
fish.
judging my parenting?
my fish parenting.
I just think he
My
could use a
parenting?
plant. I just think he could have like a nice
My
little
fish
snake plant in there
husbandry?
or
Well,
something.
I'll look into it.
Maybe a
I'll look into
monstera.
I'll look into it. I don't know. We have a lot of
Maybe-
plants at home. I can stick one in. It
Spider
just seems
plant?
like a lot of work to like also keep the real plant alive and the fish.
Well, so I'll give you a
What?
really easy solution. This will make everybody happy. Okay.
Don't
You know,
do
we
it.
have pets.
Yeah, but you have like a horse.
No. I have 2 dogs and he has a bird.
Yeah. Well, my girlfriend has a bird, and I have 2 goldfish.
He has a bird.
and 3 chickens.
It's pretty much his bird.
Oh, what kind of bird is it?
My girlfriend has a macaw, a military
those are
macaw.
It's a
Huge.
big bird.
Yeah.
They have strong bites.
I used to babysit for this lady who would have macaws all the time, and they were just fucking always screaming.
Why were they dying all the time?
Screaming.
Huh?
Why were they dying all
No,
the
she
time?
just had a bunch.
Oh, she had a lot of
Yeah.
them. I think
She
that's
had a
crazy,
couple.
Right? There's
I feel like parrots are one of those pets that
past
it
2.
goes like that.
Yeah, past 2, I think we're getting a little nutty.
Yeah, she had like 3 or 4. It was
That's
too much. Constant screaming.
All the time.
Couldn't watch the TV.
Right.
Yeah.
And all you want to do is go watch TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe
When you're
raid the liquor
babysitting.
cabinet or something like that while you're babysitting.
Fortunately, we have a place where we board this parrot, so
Yeah.
we like send her off if we travel or whatever, which is nice.
Oh, if you travel.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. Okay.
we don't have to like be like, hey,
Somebody come over to the house
Yeah.
and hang
be
out.
like, hey, will you house sit for this animal that's gonna try to bite you every
like,
day?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like,
Screaming.
which she does. Fortunately, she's really not that loud. This
She's just
bird
not that
is,
friendly.
but she's very unfriendly.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens if like you're just sick of it? Like, do you just like let it go outside?
Well, I mean, they're normally like 90 years
live
old or something like
forever.
that. is they live. So
That's
she's about
horrible.
30 something, right?
She's
What a
about to be
terrible
30.
commitment.
She's about to be 30. So
Yeah, I don't
How
think
long
that-
have you
she's
had
only
her?
60 more years.
I haven't. It's not my bird. Let's rewind.
It's the girlfriend's bird.
My girlfriend's had the bird since she was like a child, though.
Damn.
They
Because
gave a
her mom was
bird
like
to a child.
Her mom
That's
was
horrible.
like that lady with multiple parrots.
Yeah, horrible.
So her mom was like, "Hey, it's your 10th birthday or whatever. Like,
let me
you
give
want
you
to
a
get a
lifelong
parrot?"
commitment.
I know.
So the whole story of the parrot is kind of hilarious too. Like, my girlfriend grew up in like the Florida Keys, and her parrot came from, I don't know, they adopted it from some family that was like biting their kids. But her mom had this parrot that was a mascot for like a
restaurant.
Cuban restaurant in Florida. It was like the dancing parrot, and it was like in a cage by like the cash
he was a
register in
working
the
parrot.
He was a working
It
parrot.
was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then-
Child labor laws weren't.
My
Really that great
my
at
girlfriend's
that time.
mom like adopted it because I think
Yeah.
it learned to say cuss words. So they were like, "We got to get rid of this parrot. it's
If there was
scaring away our cuss
Birds
words."
are crazy. And
if
they're
there
so
was
smart.
no work to having an animal, what pet would you want to have?
an elephant, but if it was,
Okay.
quick
All right. That was a quick answer. Like you've thought of it.
I've thought about it so much. When I get old and retire,
Okay.
I want to work at I think it's called Paws, the like
Pause for elephants?
the elephant sanctuary in
Wait, it's called Pause.
California.
But it's for elephants that don't have paws.
I don't know what it's called.
It's
sorry.
an acronym.
Maybe yeah, it's
we-
an acronym.
Like
Can we
Pachyderm,
Wikipedia that? Can we Wikipedia?
Pachyderm
if you let me
warehouse.
search it. It's an elephant sanctuary in California. I looked
Okay.
into it like 10 years ago.
Yeah?
I just love elephants and they're so cool. But you don't get to touch them. You don't touch the elephants. You just take care of them. And like
So you're picking
they-
up poop.
Can the elephants
feed
touch,
them
can the
and
elephants
stuff.
touch you?
Yeah, but you're not touching. You're not touching.
I'm not trying to
You just wanna make
control this animal lizard. I'm trying to like be a friend and ally.
Just so
I
the
love
podcast
elephants.
listeners know, for our faithful fans, our faithful fans who love us so much, and we love them so much. My nickname is Lizard.
Just today.
Only Miriam.
I've been trying to get it going. Nobody else calls you lizard.
No, actually, you know who my best friend's dad and her husband and her brother-in-law all call me Lizard also.
Amazing people I know.
That's it. So it's so there's 4 people in my life that call me Lizard. So
And none of
if
them
there was
know
any
about it.
confusion, there's not a lizard in the room. That's my nickname.
Yeah.
So you said elephant. In
Yes.
this, so in this, you were talking about wanting to volunteer, but in this scenario, this is
Well,
like you
I
just
think
having
you'd
an
live
elephant.
there and you get like room and board to
Okay,
like help.
in order to volunteer.
These are all elephants that have been saved from
like circus
circus
or like
and
work.
stuff.
So this is the
camps.
retirement plan.
Yeah, Jacob can come if he wants, but we haven't really discussed that.
Yeah. Interesting. You should probably make sure he's on board. Maybe you guys should go start to ease him into it. You know, go to the zoo every once in a while,
He'll
and
miss
then
me.
get really
Yeah,
excited when you see
He's
the elephants.
attached,
Yeah.
so he'll come with. And
Yeah.
he'll run an open mic at the elephant trough.
Oh, you're still doing comedy at this point too.
No.
Woo-wee.
He is. I'm not.
Oh, okay, got it.
I'm just
I'm
an
actually
elephant.
writing poetry at that point.
I'm just an elephant expert at this point.
You got a really good blog about
got a really good-
elephants.
called
Yeah.
Pause to Read.
Pause to read an
Wait,
elephant
elephants don't
story.
have paws. What are they called?
Feet,
Feet.
hoofs.
I don't know.
Hoofs?
I just know about fish.
It's not a
This is my
hoof.
I wish
department.
you guys would like
I feel like they just call 'em
legalize
feet.
Googling stuff during your podcast.
We
Well, we're
do.
not trying to prevent it. I just want
Oh.
to be present because
It's
have
not
ADHD,
legal. I bring
so-
up my phone.
Well, you guys, there were so many things I could have.
I just thought it was a
clarified.
bit. I just thought it was like a fun bit because they're not
elephants?
listening to us.
Oh.
So like asking them to Wikipedia things
Oh, I kept
is like
saying,
a fun
like,
bit.
who are you talking to?
I was talking to your husband. I was talking to your husband. Okay.
Jacob, can you look up what the elephant sanctuary in California is called?
What? Yeah, ask him.
So feet, I
I
think
didn't know we could talk to him.
You can talk to him. You
The other
can
day
ask
he
him.
said he doesn't
feet
like
is probably what you would call the
elephant.
are-
Elephant.
feet. I think you probably could call them paws, but I think they're just feet.
I guess what constitutes a paw? If you have like padded.
They're simply called feet.
All right, they're called
That
feet.
sounds like there's animosity behind
Oh,
that.
oh wow. No, it actually does say that. Answer and explanation. An elephant's feet are simply called feet.
I think he just said that.
No, I'm saying no. You're
Oh.
he wasn't saying
That's
it
what
in a
Google
rude way.
said.
He was reading it
Oh.
directly off of this.
Maybe I just didn't like that tone.
No, yeah. What? Okay. Let's get Jacob on the podcast. We
No,
can do.
I,
We can
I
do
love
it.
elephants. They're
feet.
so cool. And they're vindictive and they're smart. My 2 favorite things.
Those are the two. Yeah. That's how I would describe you. Actually,
I always say I wouldn't do anything if it wasn't out of spite.
perfect. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
What's the last thing you did out of? No, you don't have to tell us.
Well, let me see. I'm pretty sure
That's a
I
hard
reported
question.
someone's Instagram or something because
Ooh, I love that. Do you love a screenshot on Instagram too?
I don't post
don't-
that, and I don't have a close friends thing because I want everyone to trust me. But
Okay.
I'm on a lot of close friends Instagram stories where
Yeah.
they post like screenshots.
But
and
do you do a
stuff.
screenshot? Do you do a screenshot of that to put?
I mean, I think
show?
that's so personal. I don't
I
feel
do it.
comfortable.
I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I need to
I do
clear
it
it
all.
out
This
too.
is-
Actually,
this
I
is
need
a
to get to a
safe
point where I
place.
can just actually clear out my screenshots.
Yeah, I never needed a screenshot. I took.
Yeah, I'm not on that many people's close friends. Some I think are fun and stuff. But I have noticed that my girlfriend, who is not a comedian,
Yeah.
is on. She's somehow there's comedians that have her on their close friends.
I don't know the measure. Like, how do we measure who's on close friends? Because there's some that I'm on that I'm like, we've never talked in our lives.
Oh, interesting.
So-
so they just want you to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a trap. Maybe.
They're just trying to
a
get you there to
scam.
see
Yeah.
if you screenshot it.
Yeah.
If you screenshot it,
There's
and
a
tell
Real
somebody
Housewife
else.
that did that to a friend that leaked a pregnancy rumor. So
Wow.
I'm always aware.
And- yeah, no, you got to be aware. You got to be on your toes
Yeah.
for sure, or on your feet, your elephant feet.
Yeah. If I show someone something, it's going to be in person.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
That's
Real
yeah.
life.
You don't want to let it
No.
track.
Yeah.
I get that. That's fun. The screenshot thing is tough. I should clear out my phone. I think 50% of my phone is screenshots, and then like 20% is 30% is dogs, and then
Dude.
10% is comedy.
I almost had to share some screenshots because someone wasn't paying me for like a month.
Like
Ooh,
post them and like be
sassy.
like, don't work with this person.
Well,
Yeah.
I just
I
had to
wonder
threaten
who.
him.
I wonder who it was.
Oh my
Well, it
goodness,
never-
don't say
nothing
their
came
name.
of
We
it.
are
No,
don't.
I'm not going to drop anybody. But that was like what seemed to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Someone
other
else did that.
Other like ways of reaching out just weren't like I didn't want to do that or
Yeah.
anything, but it was just like, hey, like, you know, you've said you were going to pay me by now like a couple of times, so like.
Yeah. And
Just
who?
do
And
it.
I forgot who was it
Yep.
It was resolved. So it was resolved, but
until the next one.
it was resolved. But that was the only time I've ever really used a screen. That's the only time I've ever like screenshotted
Weaponized
a
a
message.
screenshot.
Yeah, weaponize the
I feel like-
screenshot. that is the way to describe it.
Yeah.
But it didn't come to that. I just used it as kind of a threat of like, listen, man.
You said it to them. You said I'm gonna. Post
I got
a
screenshots,
screenshot.
bitch.
Well, I just said like,
Be straight up. What
yeah,
did you
I was
say?
like, yeah, if I don't get paid by this day, then I'm gonna start posting like screenshots.
That's
and-
awesome. It just sounds like it takes
No one's
so
gonna
much
do
for
your
you
show.
to get mad. So I can't imagine someone.
I
pushing
try to be
you.
like a pretty chill person,
Yeah.
you know, and like,
You can hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
I
He's
yeah,
so chill.
I do well, and I mean, I'm not one to like. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt because
Mm-hmm.
I'm forgetful. I've been in that position where I've just it's. You know, it slipped my mind, or something came up, and it was
Yeah.
took me a couple of days, or you know, whatever. You know, it
Has
took me a
anyone ever
week.
threatened you?
With
No.
violence?
Did it feel cool doing it to someone else?
No, I hated the whole thing. I hated it. I just wish they would have just paid me, and I wouldn't
Yeah.
have had to have been, you know, kind
Yeah.
of the bad guy,
Assert your dominance.
so to
Yeah.
speak.
Those those situations are always just annoying because at that point you're just like, now I have to make a point for you
Yeah.
to pay me. You know what I mean? Like if it was
Now
the
we got
kind
a
of thing-
problem.
right? Oh, and you got to do the fist. You got to do the fist. They can
Yeah.
hear that, right? That's AMSR.
I record the audio.
It's like in your
I don't even
stickers,
say
like a
anything.
meme
I just
of
go
it.
like that
Yeah.
and then send. And then
Yeah.
they're like, oh my God.
Oh my god, she's gonna fucking punch me. Yeah, no, I think it's just annoying because at that point, then if I have to keep on asking you, and even if it's like a low amount of money, I'm just at a point where it's like, well, now it's the principle. Now I just
Yeah.
want to get paid so that you know that you can't do this to other people,
Yeah.
and try to take advantage of other people that are maybe too shy to keep on asking or something like that,
Yeah.
and they'll just let you keep the money.
You are the voice for the voiceless.
You
I'm
made the
definitely-
promise for the money. I want.
And
the
I'm definitely
money.
like, I mean, I'm the sort of person where that is like I am pretty nice, but like if I feel like if you abuse like my trust or whatever, if I say, hey, it's fine, get it to me when you can, and then
Yeah.
you never call me again,
you
then that
abuse
really
my
does
trust.
upset me when I like give you the benefit of the doubt, and then and so I definitely will over something like that. Like I will get petty. Like if I had known where this person lived, I just would have showed up at his house.
Jesus.
You know?
What?
I love that.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing too, and that's something that I've found. I say this like
Wait, how much money
I
was
do
it?
this all the time. It wasn't-
$20 bucks.
It wasn't even
20
that
bucks.
much. It wasn't,
And he's like, I was about to kill his fucking mom.
it wasn't even that much at all.
I was about to punch his motherfucker.
but,
in
like,
the
how
face,
much?
dude?
It wasn't. I don't even remember.
It was probably
wasn't-
$20.
It was more than 20.
Lizzie.
25
but
bucks.
but no, like for I also just think that I just kind of like thrive in awkward situations. I feel like so
Like
just
you want to be in that situation.
not that I want to be, but I'm just like I'm gonna be better in this awkwardness than you are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like this is fun for me and it's really uncomfortable for you. So like let's fucking go.
Yeah.
In my mind, what I think of is that there are other people, especially women, that maybe they have been able to not pay and then they just don't ask again and then keep the money. And so that's why I'm a little bit more pushy, because I feel like I'm standing up for women in this situation.
I don't think about that ever. I just think
I just think you said you're
I
gonna
just
pay
think
me.
it's my
pay
fucking
me.
money.
Yeah.
Give me my money.
It's also why I like getting an exact amount in a message where I'll ask like, oh, what are the details to the show, so that I can at least have that there.
Yeah.
So if it's
what,
less,
what time? What's the lineup? What's the pay?
Yeah.
How many rapists?
Yeah, the whole thing.
The
Yeah,
over
don't.
under
Yeah.
on
Yeah, what's the over on don't be a rapist?
Don't be a rapist. It's hard. It's hard to get booked.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Comedy's hard like that. Sometimes you have to, punch some lights out.
My favorite passive aggressive move. Somebody doesn't pay me, then I message them a couple days later, and I'm like, "Hey, just wondering about the show," and then they don't say anything, and then a couple days later, I'll be like, "Here's my Venmo."
Oh, yeah.
Send them
The here's my Venmo is always good. And sometimes I'll add that into like, hey, had so much fun at your show. Really great time. Here's my Venmo. And then I'll just do it in the first shot.
Yeah, that's smart.
If I haven't done it on the first shot, then I'll do it a few days later. Or another thing I like to do is react to all their Instagram stories. Because I know it's immediate.
I'm on your mind.
Yeah. Because now you're thinking
I have
of
not
me.
tried that, but
Yeah. No, I need you to be thinking of me all the time.
I'm gonna be the first one to like all your posts.
But I'm also
I'm gonna
understanding.
cyber stalk you till I get paid.
I'm also understanding too,
And
and I don't
screenshot it.
normally
Yeah.
have. I actually really pretty much never have this issue. There's only been a few people, but I don't. Where did my thought go? Oh,
Like, you don't
that's
have
not
this
good on a
problem?
podcast.
Like
yeah,
you don't have.
I don't normally have.
I feel like Denver's pretty good about it for the most part. I mean,
I think Denver's pretty good about it. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
very uncommon that I think if someone does try to pull a fast one, so to speak, it gets around quick.
Oh, I know
People
what I was
don't-
gonna say. If I am also understanding if you're like, hey, like the venue takes a little while to get back to me, but I'll definitely have your money by like, in a week or something.
Yeah.
Because at least there's like some sort of like form of communication, and I would be fine with that. But ignoring me is like so much worse, I think.
it is. Yeah,
You know?
acknowledging the message is nice.
Yeah.
Should we?
I agree.
Cut this money talk.
All right, cut the money talk. Cut.
Cut.
All right. Act 2.
Oh my God, barely.
Yeah, barely Act 2.
So what? We often talk about agriculture / the outdoors, and so
Agriculture makes us sound a little too red. The outdoors makes us sound a little too hippie. So we like to do kind of a combo of the two. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
keep them guessing.
Do you have any experiences that you would like to talk about the outdoors? Now that could be where you grew up. That could be that you like plants. I know that. I know that
Yeah.
about you. That's one thing I know about you.
I do like plants. I don't
Not in water, out of water plants.
like. Yeah, I like.
Good.
I like the outdoors, just the ocean. I don't like the mountains. I hate it here. It's so dry and crusty.
When did you move here?
When I was 3.
So you didn't have a choice. Oh my god.
I mean, I could leave any minute, and
Yeah?
I am working on my Mexican passport
to try to get out
in
of here.
case it gets bad. Yeah.
In case it gets bad.
Yeah.
Now, if you're
I had to
gonna pick,
revoke it when I had it revoked when I became a citizen. So,
okay.
but you
Oh.
can be a dual citizen after you get your citizenship. So
if you were gonna pick an ocean front property,
Puerto Vallarta.
where?
Puerto Vallarta.
Oh,
But
really?
that's where like I'm from. But it's up the coast more, so like
Okay.
Guayabitos is a cute
Is
little.
this Pacific side or is this Gulf side?
Pacific.
Pacific side. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like in the Baja Peninsula, Sea of Cortez type situation, or is it a little further south?
It's south. South. Yeah.
He's fished down there. You fished down in Mexico,
Yeah,
right?
I was in Mazatlan,
Yeah, it's south of that.
south of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So similar to California? Compared to
California has
Florida?
like really cold water. And you
Oh,
can't
so
swim
similar
in
to
it.
Florida.
I guess so.
Warm
I've
water?
never really been to
No,
Florida.
it's still the Pacific. So I mean, it's still cooler than the air, and yeah, it's a Pacific climate. So it's
But it's cool because humpback whales go there in the
That's great.
winter, and I got to whale watch, and that's where I like that outdoors. I
Okay.
don't like the mountains. I don't like a dry hike. Like my
Yeah.
sister likes hiking, and
Yeah.
she tries to get me to go, and I'm like, if it's not near water, fuck off.
Yeah, it's a common theme
have a
actually
terrible
from
relationship.
all the comedians that we've been interviewing that live in Colorado. A lot of them are like, "No, I don't hike that much. Like
Well, if you
twice
grew
a
up
year,
in Denver, like you don't go outside.
right?
like-
And you grew up in Denver.
Yeah.
yeah. 3, you came over here, and you were. This has been the spot the whole time.
Yeah.
College,
I
the
would
whole-
go. Yeah. I would go back for like a couple months every year.
Okay.
So I spent like most of my summers in Mexico, but yeah, we didn't go outside.
You didn't go outside that much.
go outside.
Yeah.
That's great. Skiing, snowboarding, nothing.
I tried snowboarding because I babysat these like rich people that own Gart Sports.
Okay.
And then they gave me and my sister like free snowboards.
That's great.
So we went snowboarding. I
Yeah.
fell on my tailbone and I was like, I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah.
One fall, you're
Yeah.
out. That's
It was
enough.
like the binding was right on my ass crack.
Oh.
And I felt like my butt was bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, this isn't for me.
Were you okay? Did you break a bone or anything?
Oh,
No, her butt was bleeding.
I didn't check. I was so embarrassed. I was like 15. You're like so awkward and you don't
Yeah.
want to be awkward. So you're like, if my ass is bleeding,
Yeah.
someone else's problem.
There's a weird sensation too. I feel like when you get hurt when you're in all of that snow gear,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're also like when you get hurt, you're kind of sweating
Bunch
too.
of shit on me.
Yeah, and you can't like move around that much. Yeah, I think
I had
that
to go
there's-
all the. It was right when you get off of the chairlift.
So you had to
Okay.
walk-
So like
you
I
walk down?
because I couldn't figure out how to like stand on the board when you're getting off, and I was like, "Can you stop it?" Like,
Yeah, and they're like,
they
no.
don't stop it.
They're like, get
No.
the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, so I just fell on my butt and right away. So I had to go all the way down with like my ass bleeding or something. I just got a really bad bruise.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's fine.
Pretty sure it's
But I've fallen on my butt since.
And this
so
happened when you were
it's probably all
15
fucked
and
up.
you are 16 now. So we're not actually
I'm
sure if it's
17.
okay. 17. Got it. Yeah, I think there's a common theme to it. I like the hiking.
winter sports are overrated.
Yeah, and expensive.
And expensive as shit.
They're expensive. We're also all broke living here in the city, so
Yeah.
I bet there's people that are on like the outskirts of town that can just afford
Yeah,
it
I
'cause
mean,
they can.
Yeah,
People
I just
that
feel like
move
there's
here
there's
can
just
afford it.
better stuff
Right.
that I would rather spend my money on instead of just sliding down an icy
What are your
hill.
top 3 things to spend your money on?
He's really frugal, so this will be an
Yeah.
interesting question because my answer is completely different.
He's really it's true. I have never spent money.
I don't
hate
have
it.
horses.
You did at some point.
Yeah, she died.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, you keep
would
bringing up
spend?
Lizzie's dead horse.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
You just
She's
wait
gone
until
through a
you're-
lot of therapy about
Yeah,
this.
you
Yeah.
just wait till your beta fish dies.
I've had a beta fish die. His name was King Koopa. He died. I had him for 3 years.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your top 3 things to spend your money on?
Dude, I don't like never spend money on shit.
See, I
honestly.
told you this would be an
I,
interesting answer.
I buy tools. I would say I spend more money than I want to on tools, but it's shit I need. I spend some money on fishing equipment, or actually probably kind of a lot on fishing stuff.
Oh, right,
Sounds like
fishing. That
he's-
was the one.
Yeah, he's a big spender. You said you were frugal. I don't
Well, I
see
mean,
where.
I'm just thinking about just total money spent lifetime. You
But
know?
he's not spending money on clothes and shoes.
Yeah, I really rarely buy clothing.
Do you know how to sew? Do you make your own clothes? You seem like the type.
I do know how to sew, but
Yeah, he
Not-
knits all
not
his own
offensive.
shirts.
no, I take that as a compliment.
He likes having skills, so when the apocalypse happens, he can be like, I can sew.
Yeah, well, I mean,
don't have any
it's more of a when, less of an if.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's just that it's just paying people to do shit.
That's the thing he doesn't like spending money on.
Yeah.
So, like, if there's a plumbing situation in the house, he wants to fix it.
And, like,
doesn't wanna
sewing
call a
is
plumber.
pretty easy, especially if you buy a sewing machine. Like, it's not
Right.
rocket science. Like, I mean, the shit I sew doesn't look great, but, like, like, my penis isn't hanging out of the pants
And
anymore.
Oh, and
You know
that's
what I
the
mean?
most
So
important
that's-
part
that
of
is the
sewing.
most
That's what they say.
Yeah.
And then if people are, like, looking at it, I'll just be like, oh, they're probably looking at my dick and not all
Not-
these awkward stitches
Yeah.
in a circle.
And they're just like,
Right.
actually, these stitches are so off, dude. These
No
stitches
one's
are
gonna,
so off.
no one's gonna know because
Yeah.
no one has skills anymore.
Yeah.
But
Miriam, what do
I'm
you like with top 3?
just a bunch of bullshit.
If I gave you $500 right now, what would you go buy?
Probably makeup. It's
Makeup.
not. Yeah, and I don't even wear
Sephora?
a lot, but I like to play with it.
Sephora points?
Yeah, Sephora.
You get the points.
Yeah. How do
You're
you
good.
know that? Do you shop at Sephora?
No, my old lady does.
No, like,
I gotta bring her over there. Yeah, I gotta bring her over there so she can.
up.
Yeah, yeah. I know where all the Sephoras are
Yeah.
in the surrounding areas of Denver.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably makeup, and then probably like pole outfits. I spend.
Oh
some money
right,
on
you
pole
are
outfits.
a strip. No,
pole dance.
pole dancer
Yeah.
classes is what you do.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not a scrippa.
Scrippa.
Yeah, but I have thought about doing it on OnlyFans. So,
Oh, should we
just
put the
to quit
link
my
in the
job.
bio?
no, not yet.
Okay, not yet. But check her out later.
Check me out later.
Yeah.
Don't. I would do it
Don't do it.
anonymously. I would
Okay.
like put makeup on my tattoos and stuff.
Oh
would
man,
you
that
need
sounds.
to wear like a mask, like a ski mask, or
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, ski mask. That's great.
Yeah.
And then you would have to go to Sephora more because you need makeup for your tattoos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's another thing you spend money on is tattoos. Me and you both, baby.
Not really. I
No?
haven't. No, I got them all like a couple years ago, and I don't really get them anymore.
Oh. I want them now. More,
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh,
Maybe
tatty
Sunday?
daddy.
Ooh, that's what I want to be. That's what I want to
Yeah.
be when I grow up.
Is that what Jess calls you?
Yeah.
Tatty daddy.
Yeah. It's more like Tatty Papa.
Yeah. I don't like it. So let's stop.
Okay.
What else do I
Good.
spend money on?
Clothes, shoes.
I try not to. I got a sewing machine from my grandmother-in-law,
hell yeah.
and I tried to sew Jacob a pocket for his pants that ripped, and then I made it too small, so we just threw the pants away.
Well, in the apocalypse, you would need it. Whether it's small or big, it
Yeah.
would be needed. So at least
yeah.
you know how to do it in a crunch.
Yeah.
In
No,
a
the last
crunch,
thing-
you can make a pocket.
the last thing
If I had 7 hours,
the last thing I sewed, I was trying to sew something
it
like
takes me that long.
I was trying to sew something nice for my girlfriend, and I totally messed it up, and I've had to like undo half the seams to like redo it.
Doesn't it
insane.
just piss you off?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because I worked on it all fucking day, and then I was like, God damn it, I've been doing it backwards the whole fucking time.
Unpaid
Like,
labor of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what you got to do. That's why I just drive her to Sephora and not so I can.
dating tips.
Is that the nice thing you do for Jess? Is
I
take
do
her
a
to
lot
Sephora?
of nice that don't fuck. What the fuck?
Should we call Jess?
Yeah, no, she's busy.
Is the
She's
lizard
not
nice to
available
you?
right now. Yeah, she's busy. I do lots of nice things.
Yeah. I attempt nice things.
I attempt. Well, I got her.
that pocket.
I got her salad yesterday. She was very happy with that. She wanted a She was working at home. She was doing a little work from home, and I brought her a little salad.
Hey, you don't have to
Cookies?
prove anything to me.
Salad and cookies.
I've already made up my mind.
Okay. Oh, that I'm a bad partner?
I've already judged you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a very fun social media, and I enjoy your videos a lot. There's not a lot of comedy videos that I truly do enjoy, and I enjoy yours. And sometimes you have plant content for Instagram.
Yeah.
What do you love your plants? Do you hate your
do.
plants?
I
Do you want more
started-
plants?
My grandma actually had a bunch of plants in her house all the time, and then she like gifted me plants.
Oh.
And so I just grew up knowing how to treat plants and stuff. And then,
Would you say you have a green thumb?
yeah.
Okay. So
I
you could
think
get a
so.
plant and make it.
Yeah, my friend actually gave me a bird of paradise that was like a stump. and
Really?
she got it from the trash.
This sounds like Elliot. Are you sure it wasn't Elliot who got this for you?
No, but
Okay.
she
That's
got it
something
from the
he would
trash
do.
and she was like, I don't think it's gonna live or whatever. And I've had it for a while and it's like
It's
flourishing.
rocking?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I like repotting plants. It's like really fun.
Propagation?
I do, but then I'm like, I have enough. I don't really need to cut.
Yeah, cut
you know?
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've given a lot of plants away, like by propping them.
Oh, that's
for
good.
friends.
I just gave.
Yeah, Lizzie just gave me some Monstera.
Yeah, big.
But, like,
big
guys,
roots.
they're
Yeah.
Oh
good.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
have-
it looks good.
I have one that I've had for like 6 years. I like buying them as babies because then you get to like
See them grow.
see them grow, and also like if you buy it big, you're gonna have to repot this fucking monster really soon. But yeah,
it's
I've
gonna
had
be
my
pricey
monstera for
to
like
buy
6
it.
years.
Yeah, they're normally expensive when they're
They're
big,
like
huh?
$200.
Oh, they can easily. I mean,
yeah.
I'm
Some
pretty
of the variegated
sure.
ones will go up from there.
Yeah, I have a friend who was telling me about Arizona, but you can buy like cactus down in Arizona, like put in your front lawn or back lawn or whatever, and they can be like 10 grand easily. Or maybe
That's
it's
crazy.
10 grand per arm, maybe is what it was.
That's
This is a different
wild.
arm.
I used to work for like a nursery, like a tree nursery, and yeah, you can spend a ton on a big.
The cactus prices are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want like a tall one, but they're so expensive.
Yeah.
So I buy little ones.
I love having plants in the house. I think plants in the house is important. I think that even if you're bad at plants like I am, you could just keep replacing them. That's the nice thing. Like I never feel like
They die a bunch or what?
no, not a bunch.
Sure what? How many
lot.
plants are you
Keep
killing?
replacing them? I don't have to.
I
no
put them in the
offense.
compost bin,
Oh, okay.
so it's fine,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
them out of the carbon cycle.
Yeah,
I-
it's not a
yeah.
dog.
Yeah,
You can't put that in the compost bin.
we have way too many.
Mm-hmm.
We have lots of house plants.
But it makes it feel like warm and cozy and like I don't know. Plants really liven up a space.
I would say that if
Yeah.
I was gonna find a place that was like, quote unquote, like this is where I want to live for a long time, not a maybe forever home, but like something that was at this point in my life, it needs to have big windows, or we need to make big windows because I really do want more plants because I just like I just like walking into a house with a lot of plants.
Yeah.
I think it's an aesthetic. I think that there's some people that don't care about it. There's some people that don't notice it, and I think it's important. It's
If you
important
took
to have
them out,
there.
they would notice.
They would
'Cause the
notice.
Space feels like
It makes it feel
Yeah.
like better, right? Like I think
They're like,
that-
oh, there's a table here that you can use. Crazy.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's my house.
Right, yeah, your plants are just
Wow,
taking
there's a
into account-
functional table. This is crazy. I didn't
Yeah.
even know that there was any functional tables in this room.
my
I thought
plants
they were
are
all
like
just full
really
of plants.
big and they take up most of my
Yeah.
house. But that's because I bought like 10 plants a bunch of years ago and I've just like
Kept on going.
kept on going. So
yeah. Have you ever tried to sell any of your plants?
No.
I see them on
I just
Facebook
give 'em
Marketplace
away.
sometimes. People selling plants.
I think I might do a pop up because I did a bunch of cuttings thinking that a lot of them wouldn't make it, and they all made it. So
And
Yeah.
now you need to get rid of them.
I have like a bunch of some stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
You should do it on Marketplace. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of freaks
Well, we were
on
gonna
there.
do.
Freaks.
So at some point we might try to do a garage sale here,
Yeah,
and
WolfHawk garage sale.
yeah, little WolfHawk garage sale here. But it'll be mostly like things that kind of relate a little bit more to WolfHawk. So wolves,
Like wolves and hawks.
hawks,
Yeah.
plants.
Taxidermied wolves and hawks.
We
Probably
looked for one. We looked for one when we went to Austin.
A
I was gonna buy
taxidermy
one.
wolf?
Yeah, because I found this place.
That seems expensive.
Well, we didn't know how much it was going to be because
Oh.
we found this place on TikTok, and it was like this big warehouse, and it's like, look at all
They
this
didn't have a
taxidermy
website.
stuff.
They're just like, yeah, we sell all kinds of weird stuff.
And we went, and they had some weird stuff, but I think they got cleared out, dude. They got pretty cleared out because we couldn't find it, and we definitely couldn't find the wolf that they had on there.
What did you find that was like wolf size? Like what was the price?
Oh, there were a bunch of other there were
They
like
had
a lot of like
cats and stuff
mounted
like that.
Yeah, what's the going rate for that?
And
taxidermy's pricey.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you're
It's
looking
an
at
art, you know.
I would say at least $500, if not more, and that's probably a good price. I mean,
That's
we were
lower
looking
than
at
I thought.
yeah. Oh, more? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it'd be more.
I think a full body, if it's like a full body wolf mount that's like a good one, yeah, it's probably going for a stack.
Yeah.
Start at a stack.
Yeah,
Going
it
up to
depends on where they get it
2,500,
from. This
3,000,
looked like
I
they
mean.
just fell off of the back of semi trucks. So
Also,
I was
there's
hoping
like
for a better price.
taxidermy. It's like a lot of things. Whereas like there's like superstars in the taxidermy world. You know, there's like a Michael Jordan of taxidermy, and all of that person's shit goes for like $100,000.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you have to think about it too, like how intricate it is to make it, whatever it is, right? So it's not like sometimes they'll just do like just the head.
Well, you
sometimes
just
it'll be the full
scoop
body,
it out and stuff it, right?
and the face is like a big
Yeah.
part of it. I mean, my friend
generally
just
like you have to send the skin off to a tanner, and then
Oh,
the tanner
God.
tans it for you, and then you have to put it over the form.
yeah, I have a friend who one of
lot
her
of
cows
sewing.
died, and
I
they
don't like
they cut it up and they sent
They cut it up.
the hide, well, just the hide. They left the rest, but they
The hide is the skin. Okay.
so like to do like a rug,
rug.
more or less,
Mm-hmm.
and they sent that in, and I think it was like $700 to get it
Sounds
done.
about right.
But it had like their brand on it and stuff like that, and they hung it up on the wall, and it's very cute. It's very cool.
Was the cow sick or something?
No,
Why'd
it's
they do it?
dead.
Oh.
It wasn't even sick anymore.
Oh, it was just it died.
They didn't.
and
No,
they're
they
like-
didn't take it off a sick cow. It was a dead cow.
No, I know, but like, when do you determine like
Why
we
did-
skin this
Why did
one?
the cow die?
Yeah, why did
When it died.
It died
Was-
of natural causes. Okay, Miriam, that's the takeaway here. The cow died from natural causes.
They
did
just
not-
went
So,
out
like,
there and it
heart
was.
disease.
They did
It
not-
could have been anything.
They did not
yeah.
kill it for its
Yeah.
hide.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess we're not understanding each other.
Oh, no,
so-
I mean, we can do
could
this.
just move
I can
on.
do this bit for another 5 minutes. We can keep going.
and then
Cut.
part 3. Part 3.
But it was also It was also
Very
you could also go to the store and you could get like rugs and stuff like that, and they're probably like
Yeah, they had all
$200-300
kind of-
bucks.
Yeah.
They had like cow hides for like a couple $100, and we looked at they had a couple of like the horns, you know,
And those were a
The
couple $100
longhorns?
bucks.
the long
Yeah.
horns. And,
Those are kinda cool.
And they had like goat. I ended up buying a tail to tie flies with of
Mm-hmm.
a random animal that they had, which
A what? A tail?
yeah, like a random animal tail.
Oh.
To use the fur for making fishing
Fishing
lures.
ties. He likes to fish. We talked about fish at the beginning of the episode. Remember 3 hours ago?
You're such a brat.
That's like the only thing I really know how to talk about.
Fishing?
I mean, I just
all
told you. A
things
story
fishing.
I've
about
never
a
been
cow.
fishing, but that seems fun.
Would you go? Would you?
Do you want to
Yeah.
go?
Would you eat it if we
It's
caught
water.
something?
I love water.
Would you eat it if we
You
caught
love
something?
water.
Would I eat it?
Yeah. Like I would do the cooking, or I would do at least do the cleaning. and
I'd like
stuff.
to get involved. I've seen those videos where people like do this and then the bones come off.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
seems fun.
That seems really
Yeah,
cool.
filleting.
filleting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it on Nurse Jackie.
Yeah,
It's
can we
harder
can we
than it looks.
Wikipedia that? Make sure that's the right term. Is that called filleting? Is that what that's called?
Can we get our
Yeah,
fact
no,
checkers?
it's-
Well, wouldn't he know?
Just, I know, I know too.
Oh, you know.
I
Okay.
know too.
She fillets.
Well, we'll have to go.
horses.
We'll,
fillet
we
that
should go. You
puss.
should come on a. You should
Lizzie,
come on a WolfHawk
that's-
fishing adventure with
yeah,
us.
we should do a
maybe
WolfHawk
this
fishing
summer.
adventure, and
Yeah.
we could have like cameras and stuff. Maybe that could be some of our
Well,
our
we wouldn't do it without
Patreon
anyone
content.
watching. Yeah. that'd be good.
So, all right. So we love the ocean. Let's see the things that we know about Miriam. Miriam loves elephants, the ocean, plants, and kind of her pet fish,
I love bones.
but not enough to get it real
well,
plants.
it's just the time. I don't have the time.
okay.
I'm not a present parent.
I mean,
Working parent. You know,
yeah,
it's hard.
maybe you got to work towards that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got his dad.
Oh, so
He-
his dad
he
can
talks
do
to
it.
him
So
every
what? He does.
Yeah.
he loves him.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shows his boner to him every morning.
They compare boners.
Are we done here?
We're getting close, baby. We're getting close. Are there any other Okay. Mm-hmm. Take 3 on that one.
Yeah. Do you have? Are there any other outdoor activities that you like to do?
No, that you wish you could do that you don't do. Is there anything that you look at? You're like, I want to do that, but I don't have the money or time. But if I had the money and
Besides
time,
fishing,
I would
'cause
do
you
that.
already said fishing.
We can do fishing.
Yeah,
That
like
one-
fishing
yeah.
or
And filleting.
driving a little boat with a motor.
Oh,
That
yeah.
seems fun. They do that a lot
Oh.
in Mexico, and it seems
Okay.
fun.
Like a jet ski or just like a boat?
No, like a little boat, like
yeah, like a
like
where
a
you-
humble situation.
humble.
You just want to be out on the water.
That's what we went whale watching in, was like a
Yeah.
fucking wooden boat with a little motor, and I was like, this seems not safe.
That doesn't
but
seem safe at all. What if the whales came up and saw you?
I think they have those things that like prevent human consumption.
Have you read
What is it
Moby
called?
Dick?
Also, I don't think they're. trying
Have
to
you
eat.
read Moby Dick?
These were humpback whales.
I don't think they're trying to eat.
They
people.
don't have the type with the teeth. They
What
about a
have,
shark?
baleen. They're filter feeders.
Crocodile.
Yeah, they have filters. There are crocodiles in my hometown.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you scared of those on a little boat?
No, because I haven't thought of it.
Okay.
Plus, you have like a motor. They're not
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
But is
there's
there-
like sharks. There's
Yeah.
it's a hotbed of
Okay.
predators.
All right. Well, I feel like we could reach
Comes
that.
with the
We could definitely
territory, you
reach
know?
that.
Yeah, it's
Right?
paradise.
Ooh.
It's paradise.
Yeah. There's no like jumping out of a plane.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, I
No.
don't want to do that either.
I don't like that stuff.
Or a balloon.
No,
Hot air balloon.
not
I
hot
think
air
it'd be,
balloons.
it would be dope to hot.
Anything
to ride a
that
hot
anyone
balloon.
can like shoot and then it just falls apart. No, thank you.
That's it.
Is that
Yeah.
how hot air balloons work?
Yeah.
Well, I just imagine like anyone could just shoot at it. And
Yeah, I feel like I've seen movies
just-
where there's like a bow and arrow situation or something like that.
I mean,
No?
of all people, I should be able to relate to this because I'm from Alabama, and people in Alabama do just shoot guns
things
and
in the
stuff.
sky.
people shoot guns.
That's our state pastime.
My uncles fucking would do
Shooting
that
guns
all the
and stuff.
time.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
just
dude,
shoot in the sky, and I was like, why wouldn't anyone everywhere do it?
Yeah, in my hometown, when you get out into the country roads, there's just bullet holes in all of the street signs.
That's insane.
100% of them. It's just
What
like,
an
How
insane
fun.
thing.
yeah. Well, and I mean, have you ever shot a gun out of a car? It's fucking awesome, dude.
Okay.
It's,
Maybe that's what we do. We go to a shooting range.
Oh, that's a fun activity.
Yeah.
Right?
That
I'd love
sounds
to
fun.
get good at shooting guns. I don't have to like do it constantly at like random things, but I'd love to like feel very
I don't have to, but I will.
Yeah, I want to
will.
just feel like confident and like this is this type of gun and
Yeah.
this is how I shoot this gun and stuff like that, you know?
You want to be
Bing bing
Ready.
bing. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and also I ride horses so I want to be able to like
well. You want to be a real cowboy.
I want to be a
shoot-
cowboy.
shoot
That's
a
really
gun
cool.
from the horse.
Yeah.
I would think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm in the SRA, so
What is
basically
that?
The Socialist Rifle Association.
What does that mean?
It's like
That's-
it's like the NRA but for communists.
Oh.
The Socialist Rifle Association. But they do. They used to do like a range, like a discounted like range day, and you go shoot with them.
I would love to. Yeah, I think
Do you
that's
have to be a commie to do that? Or
No, they're like really
Any-
open and well. I mean, as long as you're not like a right winger, basically.
Are you a right winger? You can go. You can go
Yeah.
to this place.
well, I don't want to go alone. It's a whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also do think that there's a lot of money in it too. That's the problem. Is that there's also you got to pay to go there. You got to pay to buy the gun. You got to.
If you already have a gun, it's
Do you
pretty
have
cheap.
to buy a gun? You can't borrow a
I think
gun?
you can rent them at a lot of places.
My stepdad went and they wouldn't, and he wanted to learn how to shoot a gun, and you had to buy the gun first, and then
This was in
do
New
it.
York, though, right? They
It's
have
in New York,
stricter-
it's different.
yeah,
I
they
think
have
we can just
stricter
do
gun
it.
laws.
out here.
I'm pretty sure you can rent guns in some places.
Yeah. One time, I wanted to get custom saddlebags for my saddle so that I could keep all my stuff in there. And I was like, it'd be cool if there was like a place to put a gun in it, and then maybe I could get a gun and put it in the saddlebag when I'm riding by myself. And he was like, you never want to leave your gun in the saddlebag because if you fall off your horse, you need to be able to shoot it.
It'll go off and shoot the horse.
No, I
Oh.
think he just meant more. You don't want to be left alone with no gun if you fall off,
Oh,
and then it's in
so
the
you have
saddlebag
to
just
wear
on the
your
horse.
own holster thing.
Right, gotta do the
Keep your
holster.
gun
You
on
should do one of
Yeah.
these.
I like those side ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if my body is made for
I
that.
don't know that you need that in Denver.
I like the idea of
But-
taking. I love the idea of taking off a jacket.
Yeah.
Here's what would be a great open mic set: taking off a jacket and then having the leather harness on the top. Because I have a harness for the bottom, but I need the harness
top
for the
part.
top. And then take it, and then just having guns just flapping around,
Yeah.
never touching them or talking about them.
I don't like that, but maybe in Fort
Okay,
Collins.
well, I
or
thought it was a good
Yeah,
idea,
like
but
maybe
maybe
Wyoming.
scratch that one off the list.
Yeah,
Scratch
maybe
that
in
one off the
Wyoming.
funny
You could like
ideas.
put the
And
mic,
funny-
put
and
the
funny
mic
for
in a
who?
mics in holsters. Maybe you have a
Oh
wireless.
yeah,
mic.
that'd be funny. That's funny. You know, funny.
Oh, maybe you should do that for your skits. Not
Hey, fuck you.
no, you're like no, your real skits, not like bit skits.
Yeah.
Like skits. The skits.
I don't know.
skits.
Then I'd have to like do that.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like maybe that's the issue here. Is like,
I do have a shotgun, so we could make
Motivation?
this one happen too.
oh, perfect. We'll get the
You have a
shotgun.
shotgun?
You have a shotgun.
That's the bad one.
The big one.
The big one.
I think they're all.
I don't
bad.
think
Shoots
they're all
like-
bad.
I don't like guns actually, but I will go to a shooting range and
Yeah.
learn.
Well, shotguns, you shoot like birds with them usually.
Yeah.
So you can shoot skeet, which is a real thing that they
I
call
just
it.
don't want to damage anything.
It's not
just
cum,
a
though.
shooting range.
They're clay. It's like clay pigeons.
Skeet
Yeah.
shooting, yeah, you shoot the little.
I've
plate.
done that. I was pretty good
That's
at that.
not real animals.
Not real animals. Nope.
No, not real.
I do
Clay
that.
pigeons, not real pigeons, not come.
I thought clay
They're
pigeons
clay.
meant like the kind of pigeon.
No,
No.
it's like a disc. It's like a disc.
It's like a. It's
It's like a disc.
That's
yeah.
so funny.
A
Because
clay
every time I
frisbee.
would see it, I'd see a disc and I'm like, where's the pigeon?
Where's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pigeon? I
That's
thought
the
there was
pigeon.
I don't know why I thought it was like.
Let's
I
go
don't
to
know what I thought it
Texas.
was.
Let's go shoot some guns.
I definitely don't want to go to Texas.
Woo-wee. On that note,
We can just
Yeah.
do that here.
yeah, we could do that here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'd
We
be
can
fun.
even, if you guys really. No, never mind. I'm not going
All
to
right.
make that joke.
Yep.
Where can the people find you?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do plugs, all the plugs, and also the skits because I love the skits.
Do you mean sketches?
Yeah, the sketches.
Okay. My Instagram is Catholic Guilt, one word, and YouTube is also Catholic_Guilt for the full video sketches. And we have a show in Fort Collins this Thursday. Buy tickets, and then here next time. I don't know.
And your show is called.
Oh, Good Night Denver.
Good Night
Okay,
Denver.
it's show.
Because
Yeah,
this
so
probably maybe won't come out before then, but
It won't.
check out Good Night
Oh,
Denver.
Check out Good Night Denver. It's
Yeah.
very fun.
it's very fun.
You know, we're
good
doing that
time.
pretty much like
Yeah.
monthly, roughly. Right?
It's kind of like whenever,
quarterly
Yeah.
or whatever,
which
yeah.
is not good for promoting.
But it's not just stand up. You have stand up and you
sketches,
have sketches.
monologue jokes, all kinds of interviews with like local Denver
Magic.
people. Magic? Oh,
Carnival
yeah.
or
Hawk
whatever
Burns is going to
I'm
be
supposed to
on
be doing,
the Fort
yeah.
Collins show.
That'll
I'm
be
doing
fun.
it.
They won't
Oh,
know
my
because this
feats
will
and
come out
strengths,
after. So
yeah.
he's going to do magic and stuff.
It'll be great. We'll talk about it
Probably
next
fire
time.
breathing. Is that what you said?
I don't think they're gonna let me do that, but
Why?
Because it might burn the
I'm
place
in
down.
charge.
insurance and
Oh.
stuff.
Yeah, it could be insurance. That would be
What
one.
if you're? We'll figure it out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna call.
Fire breathing could go bad fast, right? I did wrong. It could go wrong and bad fast.
I mean, I'm very good at it, but yeah,
And we should trust his word.
I do all the
professional.
time. That's why we started this podcast. 'Cause I trust his word.
Well, no, I should double check because if they'll let me, I'll just bring. I'll at least bring the stuff.
Maybe
If-
just
if,
bring it with you.
If they don't let me do it, I'll just do it in the parking lot afterwards.
Oh, yeah, that's even more fun.
I'll tell people, wait, go outside and watch this guy.
Yeah, or at least get a recording of it.
Yeah.
You can follow me at Lizzie Wolfson on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And then also, if you want the video for WolfHawk Comedy podcast and then even more content too, we've got YouTube at Lizzie Wolfson Comedy. That's going to be all of our video,
All kinds of fun stuff.
Spotify, Apple. Subscribe, rate, review, do all of the things for God's sake. we
Yeah.
want, we
and
need
follow
it.
me at Mr. Mike Hawkburns, Mr. Mike Hawkburns, on pretty much everything. TikTok, if you want to learn. I do a lot of gardening and scrap metal content on TikTok. Some stand up.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Watch it.
No,
Yeah.
it's very cool. Yeah, he has a lot of gardening stuff. It's all in Mike Hawkburn's voice
Yeah.
too.
But
So
when you talk about agriculture in a southern accent, people just really trust you.
yeah, they're
They
like,
really
you want to
do.
plant this plant?
If you're like, excuse me, you're
Yeah.
doing that wrong. People are like, who the fuck are you? But if you're like, excuse
They're
me,
like
brother.
colonizer.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, brother.
And then for extra episodes of the podcast, please join our Patreon. We've got 3 different tiers right now, and we've got extra episodes
3
going up.
tiers, which is how many I'll cry if you don't subscribe.
I'll cry 100 tears because it
100
takes so long for me to upload these damn videos. But we do have extra content on there, and then also come see us at Rise Comedy first Saturday of the month at 7 p.m. for WolfHawk Comedy at Rise. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Miriam, for joining
thanks
us.
for
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
I forgot to have manners.